Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel once again. My name is Church Girl. If you are new to this channel, welcome and thank you for joining me today. Please don't forget to subscribe right below and also like it, okay, to give your girl some encouragement. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to be talking about corn, okay. So what I'm planning on doing is when I pick an item, I'm going to tell you exactly what those things can be used for, especially when it comes to our health. Okay. So when you have a corn, and I'm talking about dry corn, okay. So what I'm going to start with, the corn silk, which is the hair of the corn. Okay, so I have some here. This corn silk is very good. It really works on your urinary tract system. So if someone have prostate cancer or prostate enlargement, sometimes people will have surgery for prostate cancer. Afterwards, they want something to maintain, they can use the corn silk. If you have prostate enlargement, you can also use the corn silk. So what you do is you collect more of this corn silk, you just pull it out, or you go to your local grocery store. Sometimes people do take this part out. Just collect them and put them in a plastic. You come home. What you do is when you are washing, wash it first and also put it in a strainer and let it sit in water, okay, so that if there's any sand or anything, you can add a little salt to it to kill off any bacteria, okay. So you get as much as you want. There's no measurement to it, please. So what you do is you first pre-boiled water, okay. Let the water come to a boil. Put it inside. The water you're going to add depends on how much you have. So if you have a lot, you're going to have a little bit more water. If you have a little bit, you're going to use a little bit. So what you do is you let it, when the water comes to a boil and you put it inside, cover it and lower the heat, okay? Lower the heat and keep the lid on it. Please don't take it off, okay, whilst it's boiling. You are going to boil this on a low heat for an hour and a half. Okay, please, an hour and a half. And it's really good for prostate, especially if someone has prostate enlargement or have prostate issues. Some men, when they have, how do you know when you have prostate enlargement? You pee a lot or you go to the bathroom a lot. Some people do have pain and things like that. Even if you have urinary tract infection, UTI, you can also use that. That same formula, boiling it for an hour and a half, drink a cup in the morning, drink a cup in the evening. It tastes like water. Also, if somebody is bedwetting, especially in children, this is not going to cause any harm unless your child is somehow allergic to maize or corn. That is where you can use it. But you boil this the same method as I said before, an hour and a half on a low heat, and you let the child drink it. It's not going to cause a problem. When we were young, we used to drink this. This is like our soda, so you can add honey to it and drink it. But when you are using it for treatment, you don't add any sweetener to it. Just drink it as so. This is really good. So keep in mind, if you have prostate enlargement, even if you have prostate cancer, corn silk is your friend. So we are moving along to the corn husk, okay, which is the skin of the corn. If somebody has malaria or if somebody has fever and the person needs to boost their immune system, this comes in, okay. In most cultures, these are used to wrap a lot of food, especially corn dough foods and boiled, especially in the Spanish community. In my culture, we also use this for kenke. And sometimes when someone is really sick, our parents will ask us to go ask the person who sells kenke to give the liquid, which like the broth from the kenke. It's not the kenke, which is not the corn itself which is doing something, but it's the husk, okay. So this is good for somebody who has a low immune system. You can boil this in water and drink it all day. It has no problem, okay. Also, if you have a child, sometimes the child may be 1 year, a year, almost a year and a half. They can stand, but they don't want to walk. You can tell, unless maybe the child have some kind of a severed spine or something. There's something going on, something is not right. Maybe they have some kind of birth defect. That is where you can use this. But you know the child can move, can walk around things, but doesn't want to walk. What you do is you get some of these corn husks, few corn husks, maybe about 2, and you cut it into pieces with scissors. Wash it thoroughly. Please wash it thoroughly. Soak it overnight, blend it, and use it, strain it, and use it as enema for the child. Okay, it goes suppository. Use it as enema for the child, and if you do this every 3 days, the child is gonna start walking, because this is one of the tricks we used in Africa to get children to walk. Okay, so I finished with the corn husks. We are going to the corn food. So if you open the corn has food. I also have this dry corn here. Okay, so what you need is the dry corn. Those who have watched my video on syphilis and gonorrhea, I talked about this. This dry corn, what you do is you can get a little stone, crush it a little bit. Please don't make it into powder. Just give it a little bit hit to break it into pieces. What you do is you put it in a container, a glass container, and you put palm wine on it. If you put palm wine on it and cover it from an hour after an hour, it becomes medication for syphilis. You can also leave it overnight for 24 hours or 12 hours. It's still good. Use it if you have syphilis. You can do that, or gonorrhea. You can drink that morning and evening. A cup in the morning and a cup in the evening. Also, if you don't have palm wine, most people live in different areas. What you can also do is you can get coconuts, fresh coconut. Please don't get the canned coconuts. Get fresh coconuts, water, and you use that as in place of the palm wine. So what you do is you're going to pour the coconut water into something, let it stay for a day or two. It's gonna start to ferment, and use that as the palm wine. Also, if someone has gonorrhea, not syphilis, because syphilis is very hard to treat, so it's better you get something fermented, the fermented palm wine, or you get a fermented coconut water. But if you have gonorrhea is a little bit easy. You can play along with it. If you don't have those things, what you can also do is the same corn. There's no measurement to it, okay? It depends how much liquid you have. So the same corn, you pour water on it, cover it for 24 hours. After 24 hours, you strain it nicely. But just remember, when you are drinking it, add a little bit of salt to it to activate it, so that it will help you, those who have gonorrhea. So these are some of the things that you can use corn for. Also, I'm coming here. This is the corn, like the stalk, okay? This one. So if you take the corn off, because the corn was once on it and I took it off, what you can do is you can cut this into pieces, okay? Cut this into pieces, put it in a pan, no water, no oil, and roast it. Roast it to a tense charcoal. When you blend it, you can use it to brush your teeth, especially those who have bad breath. It cleans your mouth. It gives you your white teeth, clean, refreshed mouth. Okay, so that is very, very good. Also, those who have facilitating wounds. Some people, they have cuts, or especially those who have diabetes. When they do have cuts, their wounds does not heal. And this is something which goes on. So what you can do is you can clean your wound very nicely. The same thing that you have roasted and crushed into powder, the charcoal from this. What you do is you add some kind of a carrier oil. You can add a little coconut oil or palm kernel oil to it, and you apply it to the wounds, and this will help you to heal your wounds if you have a cut. Okay, especially those who have diabetes, please take notice of it, because it's hard to treat in some people. Also, the same charcoal from this, the same charcoal from this, what you also can do is those who have relapse, like those who, when they go to the bathroom, they have a relapse of their rectum. It does turn out and comes out. I know in my language people call it kokobo, or in my language that's what we call it, kokobo. I'm not talking about piles. I'm not talking about piles or hemorrhoids. That's not what I'm talking about. There are some people, when they go to the bathroom, their rectum, it does turn and it comes out. Okay, and they have to use a paper towel or something to push it. If it becomes too nuisance, mostly surgery is required. But if you have this, when you roast it, as I said, you crush it, you roast it till it turns dark, like charcoal, you crush it. What you do is when you go to the bathroom and you have that relapse, You can sprinkle some of the charcoal on the toilet paper after cleaning yourself nicely. Please do that after wiping yourself really well. Sprinkle some on it and use it to push it inside. If you continue to use this, if it comes again, you use it, this is going to help it to stay. And it has a lot of properties, because those things sometimes too is infection and bacteria and all those things coming together to cause all those problems. So this is what you can also use if you have if you have corn. Okay, so there are so many ways that you can use corn, and these are some of the few that I have shared with you. So please take notice of it. If you have any question, please leave your comment right below, and don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up, okay, to give me some encouragement. And also, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe below. Once again, my name is Church Girl, and thank you for joining me for today. Bye bye.